It's Wednesday, October 11th. Welcome to CT Pulse on the HAN network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and last Friday, some candidates eyeing a spot at the top of the 2018 ballot had kind of a tough-spirited crowd at Bunnell High School in Stratford. This was for the Governor's Information Forum. Now, that forum was the first of its kind being hosted at schools around the state. We have some clips, actually, of the candidates and their positions, and we were hoping to get Mark Greenstein of TGIFvoter.org to join us, having some tech issues, but we'll see about that later. Now, just kind of as an overview of the candidates who were there last Friday, there was Lee Whitnam, who's a Democrat. Now, in 2010, Whitnam ran for the U.S. Senate in Connecticut. Then in 2008, she ran for U.S. Congress in the 4th Congressional District. Whitnam also holds a master's degree from Harvard University in Administration, Planning, and Social Policy. Another candidate there, Mika Tanaka. He's an independent candidate. He's an Army vet who lives in Coventry, Connecticut. He's also active in several veterans organizations as well as the American Red Cross. He also serves as the director of In the Line of Duty, a volunteer-run charity for first responders. Now, he also serves as on the Coventry Town Council as their vice chairman. Another candidate you have there, you can see him in the picture, that's Dave Walker. Dave's a Republican, and he's the former Comptroller General of the U.S. He served under Presidents Bill Clinton and George W. Bush. He's currently a strategic consultant, lives in Bridgeport, Connecticut. There was also Prasad Srinivasan. He's a Republican, he's a doctor, and a 4-term state representative out of Glastonbury. And finally, he showed up a little late, but Bridgeport Mayor Joe Gannon was also at the forum. He was elected to the city 5 times. If you don't know his background, he served from 1991 to 2003. He resigned after being convicted on federal felony corruption charges, but after serving his time, he made a political comeback back in 2015. Now, it was kind of a fun debate because during this, you saw in one of those pictures, students were actually able to voice their opinion by holding up cards. Now, green cards meant that they agreed with the candidate, red cards meant that they didn't, and, you know, it was a Friday afternoon, so things got a little rowdy at certain points, but there were a lot of questions focused on education, of course, and we do have some clips from that. First, you're going to hear from Dave Walker, him talking about education reform and the state's ECS funding. Let's take a look at that.
Connecticut has some of the wealthiest people in the country, some of the poorest people in the country. Connecticut has some of the best schools in the country and some of the worst schools in the country. I live in Bridgeport, Connecticut, right next door. So I can tell you from the front line what the situation is in Bridgeport. We have an education funding formula that is discriminatory. It does not result in equal opportunity for education in this state. The court has already said that. We have to revise that formula in order to provide equal opportunity. You can't provide equal result. I'm pleased to say that my wife, Mary, who we've been married since college, is a substitute teacher in the Fairfield schools, and so I have an educator who's right in my home.
Now, Joe Gannon, when he arrived at that forum, one of the questions that was asked was about, GE moving out of Fairfield. He spoke a lot about what's happening in Bridgeport. He also mentioned Bridgeport's trying to get Amazon to move in. He also spoke a little bit about MGM Bridgeport, that proposal. Let's take a look at that.
Thanks. Yeah, this has got to be one of the things we talk about that's going to tie the future of Connecticut. It's going to be jobs. When you come out of college or trade school or high school, you're looking for that opportunity to work, we've got to have jobs. I've said we've got to change the dynamic in Connecticut. We've got to recognize that when GE leaves, and especially they leave a suburban campus in Connecticut, go to an urban center, Boston, another state, Etna leaves a city in Connecticut, and now Alexion leaves New Haven. We've got to acknowledge, without even casting blame, by losing hundreds, maybe thousands of jobs, we're doing something wrong in Connecticut. Whether you're governor, whether you're a municipal leader like me, you've got to do things, you've got to be aggressive. One of the things we're doing is we're putting in a comprehensive plan to present in response to what's called an RFP for Amazon for their second headquarters, hopefully here in Bridgeport, New Haven, in Connecticut. I don't know if people think that's a good idea or not. You think 50,000 jobs in Amazon when you come out of college would be a good thing for this area? I certainly think it would. So that's the type of thing that we need to focus on. In Bridgeport also, we've created an atmosphere where we brought in one of the top Fortune 500 companies in a group called Live Nation that basically controls all the entertainment and acts and concerts, and they'll be coming to downtown Bridgeport. And now we just had MGM propose $750 million waterfront recreational hotel and casino for the city. So we're trying to set by example in Connecticut's largest city, things that the state can and should be doing, making it a better atmosphere. Lastly, before I go, I want to thank you for allowing me to participate and be here at Grinnell High School.
All right, that was Joe Gannon talking a little bit about some jobs he hopes to bring to Bridgeport. Now, of course, the state budget came up a bit, and Lee Whitnam, a Democrat, she spoke about kind of making some changes in the Connecticut judicial system. Let's take a look at that.
Like, he can say nothing wrong, and I can say nothing right. If you don't get to the root cause of why our state is in the toilet, you're doing nothing. We've got all these judges and judicial staff and state employees, you never get rid of them. The Judicial Review Council, Lee Bill number 1, gives an ability to fire bad judges, streamline the system. You go to a court, you're denied due process, you keep coming back because we believe in justice. Prolongation of and the cost of that, because they're lining the pockets of the lawyers in the state. We have 220 lawyers at the Attorney General's office. And staff then, plus staff. That's millions and millions of dollars, because you're not even allowed to sue the state when a state employee screws you over. With my judicial review plan, we have the ability to clean out all the fat. The state budget just gets worse and worse as cronies, good old boys, give all their friends jobs and then they never get out.
Now, what you saw in that first clip with Lee Whitnam was a little bit of the back and forth between her and Dave Walker. Some of the crowd response initially to Lee Whitnam was a bit harsh, and you could see some of the card holding up there even by the candidates. Now, there also was, of course, a question about the legalization of marijuana, and Prasad Sivmasan, who is currently a state legislator, spoke more about that and his take on legalizing recreational marijuana. Check it out.
Marijuana for adults and then to pediatrics, and then recreational marijuana has been a subject that we have debated intensely in our committee meetings, on the floor of the House, floor of the Senate, and what has passed, as you know, in our state is medicinal marijuana, which is a role model for the entire nation. Other states are coming to our state, seeing how we have done this, how we have been able to give out the drug marijuana to the right person for the right reason in a controlled setting. So we need to do due diligence. We can't just jump in and say, 5 states have it, our neighboring states have it, so you know what? We need to jump on the bandwagon as well. We have got to do our homework. We have got to do what is right.
And finally, we have a clip of independent candidate Mika Tanaka talking a little bit about running independent and trying to work with both sides in the state legislature. Check it out.
I had to go to my treasurer's funeral, so in the next week or two, I will not have any party affiliation because I didn't fight for a party, right? And I didn't serve in the military for a party. I'd like to get both sides up on the table and actually tackle stuff. I'd like to see right now, when they're having all these closed-door debates that none of you and I can't watch, how come they aren't putting it on Facebook Live? Why can't we see what's going on in the background? How is that fair to us? Oh, but they're going to sit there and tell you they're fighting for you, then be frickin' open about it. What are you fighting about? I want to see what you're really fighting for.
So there's just some clips from that governor's forum. We're going to step out for a quick break, come back with a lot more on your CT Pulse right after this.
The leaves are changing, water temps dropping, and the sun is setting a little earlier each day. But there's still a lot of great boating, fishing, and coast time left before we see the first snow. And above all, remember, it's always summer at the Dock Shop. With loads of new fishing tackle and accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor, the Dock Shop is just what you need when you start to feel that New England autumn chill. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com. The leaves are changing, water temps dropping.
At Pamby Motors, we're not worried about being the biggest dealership. We're focused on being the best. We're dedicated to giving you the best experience we can. The Pamby Motors team is here to help you choose the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram in a friendly, pressure-free environment. And right now, during the summer clearance event, you'll find some of our best prices too. Like this lease on a 2017 Ram Quad Cab Express for $149 a month. Visit Pamby Motors, Route 7 in Richfield, PambyZone.com.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
Gannon Foreign Car. Yes, New Gannon Foreign Car has been servicing all makes of foreign cars for over 50 years. We also buy, sell, and consign cars too. We can help you with all your automotive needs from service to sales. Call us at 203-966-2681. New Gannon Foreign Car. Yes, New Gannon Foreign Car has been servicing all makes of foreign cars for over 50 years. We also buy, sell, and consign cars too. We can help you with all your automotive needs from service to sales. Call us at 203-966-2681. New Gannon.
Now teeing off, Paul Miller from Miller Nissan in Fairfield.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller. What about my new Sentra?
Right now, lease a 2017 Sentra S for only $97 a month.
He is never going to retire.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The In Sports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Combines the best personalized service with high-tech banking features for our customers' convenience. We pride ourselves on being a strong community partner. You don't settle for average in anything else you do. Why settle for an average bank? Don't just bank when you can bank well instead. Visit mybankwell.com for more. Manfredi New Canaan is celebrating 3 exceptional years selling Rolex watches and fine jewelry to the Fairfield County community. We appreciate all our loyal clients and look forward to welcoming and helping you discover the perfect gift to celebrate life's most important occasions.
Had a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care gives you direct access to orthopedic specialists fast without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care can help. Open 7 days a week now at 3 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien, or in the Westport Medical Center at 323 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Go to coastalorthoct.com, like them on Facebook.
Welcome back to CT Pulse on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and we were talking before the break, showing some clips from a governor's information forum that was held last week at Bunnell High School. Now, that forum was the first of its kind, and there's going to be several around the state, including one coming up this Friday. The governor's information forum will be back on Friday, October 13th, and this is going to be at the Gunnery in Washington, Connecticut. That's a boarding day school for grades 9 through 12. Now, the school is opening attendance to the community, so you can attend this forum if you are interested in it. Again, that's going to be this Friday, October 13th at the Gunnery in Washington, Connecticut. Now, if you want to find out more about the Governor's Information Forums, you can visit tgifvoter.org. Really interesting. They have some more events coming up. So yeah, it was kind of interesting to get an early look at what some of these candidates, of many who have thrown their hat in the ring, had to say. It was a lot of fun. Well, we're going to take another break. When we come back, Doug Smith joins me, and it's time for some drawing conclusions.
In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The In Sports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook. At the office of Dr. David Oshiro of Darien, we provide high-quality and personalized orthodontic treatment in a professional and caring environment. We make treatment fun for our young patients and believe it's never too late to have a healthy and beautiful smile. Call now for an appointment and find out more at droshiro.com. At the office. Welcome back to CT Pulse on the HAN Network. It's time for some drawing conclusions with our editorial cartoonist, Doug Smith. As always, Doug, happy to have you.
Oh, thank you. Glad to
and
be
I
here.
noticed that your first cartoon this week is about some potentially fake cartoons.
Fake cartoons.
As opposed to fake news.
Yep.
All right, so are we going to roll? Yes, there it is.
Yep.
All right, so let's take a look at what you have for us this week. Tell us about this first one. It's not a granny pod, it's my kid's treehouse.
Don't see it.
It's coming.
It's coming. Just a little bit of a delay, having
There we
some
go.
technical issues today. So tell us what town this was for.
Oh, that is in Reading, and the town decided last week to opt out of allowing granny pods in the town. They figure that once the patient or the structure is gone, how do they enforce people taking them down?
Right.
And I'm wondering, because some of those things cost upwards of $75,000, who'd want to take it down?
Seriously.
It'd make a beautiful man cave.
Yeah, it would, but it's just a treehouse in this cartoon.
Yep.
All right, up next, we have a third rail option for Metro North is not feasible. Trains will continue to use the overhead power source.
Yeah, that's one I did for Darien, but they went with a different one this week, but I'm going to use it for any paper that is in the town along the shoreline. Metro North discussed the third rail system rather than the overhead wire. I just wonder, can you imagine the danger with like all the train crossings through Connecticut, just people walking? But
Yeah.
I guess they'd have to be a lot of money to redo it.
Yeah. Up next, I think we're getting into a little bit of Halloween
Yeah,
humor,
it's coming in. So are all the ghost chasers at Union Cemetery. The cops keep chasing them out every week.
Right.
I guess last year, was it? They actually had a tour bus pulling up in front of the cemetery at
gosh.
twilight.
That's in Easton, by the way.
Yep.
It's a famously haunted cemetery.
Union Cemetery.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, up next, tell us about this one.
That's in New Canaan. That's the Aquarian Water Tower. The majority of New Canaan cell towers are installed at the top of it. And I guess Aquarian wants to, their contract is up, they want to get rid of all the towers, and New Canaan doesn't want them to. But it's like, hey, it's our water tower type thing.
All right, and new contract. I think I know who this is for. Was this for Shelton?
That's Shelton. Yeah,
the cafeteria workers have a new contract they are not happy with. Yes.
No, because it's a big surprise, pay cuts, and more expensive insurance.
Yes. So you expect us to eat this slop? I think
Right.
that's how many of the workers are feeling. Let's hope they serve a better lunch at Shelton Public Schools. I'm sure they do. All right, and the Milford Historical Society holding a fall tour of the old Milford
Yeah, more
Cemetery.
Halloween season fun, a la Walking Dead.
Let's hope again this does
Yep.
not happen.
I
But
figured
no, those cemetery tours are actually really cool.
They are.
Yeah.
And skeletons are more friendly than zombies, so.
Definitely. And of course, another seasonal event. This is for Trumbull, yes?
Yep, Palasko Farm's famous corn maze. Maybe like the old legend, they should have brought the string in to leave behind them.
The Minotaurs at the center. All right. And Oxridge Hunt Club. So Darien cartoon we have here.
Right, the Oxridge Hunt Club sold off the land to the town, and now the town wants to use it for sports fields. Neighbors don't want them. Just wondering what it is about the town. They don't want sports lights on the fields. They don't want fields. I mean, yet they're always raving about the blue wave.
I know. Well, I think it's very split. Some people
Yeah.
do, some people don't. But don't look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, and a little It humor.
Yep.
This remake of It is pretty good. Like we need any more scary clowns during the election season.
A cheap shot.
A cheap shot, but a good one.
I know. I still have to see the movie. My wife won't see it with me, so I got to
Good.
go
You
by
should see
myself.
it. All right. And finally, let's talk about this. How'd you get rid of that demon? Did you perform an exorcism? No, just a revised horse ordinance to all hooved animals. I like that. Nice one there. So this is for Ridgefield.
Right, ongoing problems with the horse ordinance. They're sending it back again, and I'm sure if a demon has to leave, satyrs and centaurs have to go as well. This town can't get a break with its zoning, though, between horses and winter clubs and what else, the B&Bs.
Yes, there's a lot of zoning, a lot of hot zoning issues going on in Ridgefield right now. All right, well, Doug, as always, thank you so much.
Okay,
it's always
thank you.
fun to see what you have for us. We are going to wrap things up here on CT Pulse, of course, but coming up at 2 o'clock is Nutmeg Sports, and if you missed anything, you can catch us on demand. Have a great day.